Did you know that the ocean makes up 71% of Earth? It is endless waves of water stretching to the horizon, and we have only explored 5% of it. The Mariana Trench, the Pacific Ocean, and countless other regions remain largely unexplored, completely uncharted. Yeah, we've seen billionaires build special submarines to go deep into the Atlantic Ocean, but that didn't end well, did it? The reason we can't explore much of the deep ocean is because of the enormous pressure down there. A pressure so extreme that it can crush almost anything we send into the depths within seconds. Because of that, we know more about the moon than we know about our own oceans. We still haven't even mapped most of the ocean floor because it lies so deep beneath the surface. But that raises a question. If only 5% of the ocean has been explored, then we still don't know what truly lives down there, down in the darkest corners of the sea. And it raises another question. Are the legends true? What if the Kraken, Leviathan, and other creatures from stories and folklore really exist, and we simply have never found them? It turns out the ocean may have been giving us signs all along. We just never looked closely enough. In 1997, a sinister sound was recorded in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The recording came from a network of underwater microphones built during the Cold War to listen for Soviet submarines. Surprisingly, the sound they captured did not match any known animal. It wasn't just random noise, it seemed organic. Scientists at NOAA named it the Bloop. Years later, researchers suggested it was actually an icequake, a massive iceberg cracking apart. But the sound felt so alive that many people never accepted the explanation. And even after the case was officially considered solved in 2005, the Bloop has never been recorded in quite the same way again. And the Bloop wasn't the only mystery. The stories stretch back so far that we can't even trace where they began. For centuries, strange events have been reported at sea. One of the earliest and most famous cases occurred in 1800. On a rainy day beneath dark clouds, the USS Pickering, a US Navy ship carrying around 90 men, sailed toward the West Indies through what we now call the Bermuda Triangle. Then it was simply gone. No wreckage, no bodies, nothing ever washed ashore. Officials blamed a storm, but not a single piece of the ship was ever found. Then a chain of similar disappearances began. In 1872, something even stranger happened. The Mary Celeste was discovered drifting in the Atlantic Ocean near the Azores. Its sails were still raised. Its cargo remained untouched. Food was still on the table, personal belongings were still in their rooms, but every person on board, the captain, his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and the entire crew had vanished. There were no signs of violence, no evidence of a struggle. The ship itself was perfectly fine. The people had simply disappeared. Then came 1918. The USS Cyclops, one of the largest ships in the entire US Navy, nearly 550 feet long with 306 people on board, sailed into the Bermuda Triangle and vanished. No wreckage was ever found, no bodies, not even a distress signal. At the time, some people claimed it was as if a monster of the sea had reached up from the depths and dragged the entire vessel beneath the waves. And the creepiest part? Around the same period, both of its sister ships also disappeared in the ocean. Coincidence? 27 years later, when people thought the strange disappearances had ended, another mystery emerged. In 1945, 5 Navy bombers known as Flight 19 flew into the same region and never returned. A rescue plane was sent to search for them. That plane disappeared too. The strange thing about all these incidents is that they left almost nothing behind. Not a single trace. No wreckage, no oil slicks, no lifeboats, no bodies, not even a toothpick. It forces you to wonder, if it was a storm, there should have been debris. If it was mechanical failure, something should have surfaced. Every known disaster leaves clues, yet many of these cases seem to leave none. What if, at the moment of disappearance, something enormous rose from the depths? Something that lives thousands of miles beneath the ocean's surface. The ocean is so vast that it could hide a creature on a scale beyond human imagination. What if something exists down there in the 95% of the ocean we barely understand? And before dismissing all of this as myth, remember how many impossible creatures turned out to be real. The coelacanth was believed to have gone extinct 66 million years ago, until a living one was caught in 1938. The megamouth shark, a shark nearly 5 meters long, wasn't even known to science until 1976. Every year, new species are discovered that nobody expected to find. Even the giant squid was considered a myth for nearly 2,000 years before it was finally filmed alive in 2004. So the next time you look out at the ocean, remember this. We've only explored 5% of it. Everything we were once certain could not exist was simply waiting somewhere we had not yet reached. The Kraken. The Leviathan. The monsters from old stories. Maybe they were never myths. Maybe they're just hiding in the other 95%.